Hello friends and strangers, it's the Rat King here, and I'm going to meet up with some friends again, AJ and some other people. If you remember them from a couple weeks back, we went to a car meet. I'm going to go back there. And also later today I might be getting a COVID vaccine, so that's interesting. That should make me more able to see my grandparents and maybe go to like concerts and stuff later, hopefully. So I don't know. They're waiting for me up here. Last week I got there first. I think I'm going to be there last this time. Not the end of the world though. But I'm taking my other bike there. This one's like an actually custom vehicle. The other one was just old and dirty. Oh, yo, I think it's the Squad. Hey. This is a terrible idea. Alright, chatted with the guys a wee bit, showed off my new light, and remembered to tie my shoes. And now I'm gonna go get some donuts. Alright, I've acquired donuts and a Red Bull. We're gonna start rolling in a bit. Alright, I'm leaving the car meet and going to get my vaccine. The VMAX sidecar over there. Pretty fun riding this thing on the highway. It's kind of like a hex bug, you know, like it just vibrates so much that it just sort of moves. Alright, I've arrived at the vaccine clinic. I'm gonna go get the vaccine and maybe a microchip too if I'm lucky. Yeah, I'll see you guys in a second. All right, I got my vaccine. Gonna be heading back home and working on the bike. I'm back at my house with the bike here, and I'm gonna be putting these horns on it. Something like there. Let me see, I need to get them both on there to get a good look at it. All right, there's both the horns. Go on it about like that. So I'm gonna make a steel, just a sheet metal collar to go around it with little tabs going off that I'll be able to drill holes into this to put bolts through. So probably have 3 bolts into the horn itself and probably the same number attaching it to there, so it'll be pretty darn secure. Got my horns here, and I got a sheet of paper which I'll just wrap around them and then cut to size to make the pattern. All right, now I'm going to go cut the metal pattern out. This stuff is a 16 gauge and it's not that easy to cut with scissors. So I got the pattern cut out pretty good. There's these little things I'm going to need to chop off later, but it's just not easy to get in there with the scissors. So I'm going to wait until I bend it around the horn, and then after that, when I bend these tabs up, I'll just cut that off with a grinder. So that won't be too hard to do. All right, got the first collar shaped and all that. We'll be going on about like that. It's gonna be tilted a little differently, but you know, something like that. I think that's pretty awesome. I'm gonna go shape the other one and then weld the seam and stick them on. All right, I got my 2 horns with the collars on there. Those are gonna be going on like so, about. But before I put them on there and drill the holes for that, I'm gonna be drilling holes through the horn, getting a couple bolts in there just to make sure that they're on there real secure. So let's get those drills holed. All right, turns out I actually need to go buy the bolts I need, because I always just assume I have enough 1/4" bolts, but usually don't. So that's life, I guess. I'm gonna go buy those bolts and I'll be coming back here and sticking those horns on. I have raided Home Depot for all of their 1/4" nuts and bolts. Not all of them, just the grade 8 ones, but you know. All right. Got those bolts on. I'm gonna have more bolts to hold them in, but I just want these so I make sure that they're staying where they are before I drill the next ones. And also, I want to see how it looks on the bike. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'm very happy with that. All right, well, I need to grind down some of the horn, make them both symmetrical along there so it sits flush with the fairing. So let's go over to the grinder. By the way, if you ever do any like sanding or cutting or whatever on like natural horn, it smells like burning hair. It's quite an experience. Got the first horn on there, nice and secure. I'm not gonna go hanging on it or anything because it would break off. I mean, it's strong, but you know, like anything. I mean, if I stood on my turn signal, it'd break too, you know. But I'm pretty happy with that. I just gotta get the next one on. Yeah. After getting that vaccine earlier, I think it's starting to get to me and I'm feeling not so great anymore. I'm actually gonna finish the next horn tomorrow. It's almost done, but it's just got a couple of things, like I need to drill the holes onto there and whatnot, but yeah. It's the next day. Actually, it's 2 days after I finished the other part, because yesterday it rained a bunch, so I couldn't finish it. And today, well, I just got off work. In fact, I'm still wearing my Eastside Harley-Davidson shirt here, but I have fully recovered from the vaccine. And yeah, ready to go slap this other horn on. So I got it all ground down to the way I wanted it to be. So I just need to line it up so I think it's symmetrical. I'm gonna bend the tabs down just to make it more flush. Line it up to match. Mark where I want the first hole. Now I'll drill the first hole. And now I'll just stick a bolt through there. Not attaching it completely, just for a comparison for the rest of them. Right there. I'll put both bolts in there to line up the last hole. You know what? I'm actually not totally happy with the fitment on that. The horn's sticking out a little bit, so it's catching, and I want it to be as flush as possible so that it's like as rigid as possible. So I'm gonna go take this over to my grinding wheel, and I'll be right back. I just ground it down a little. I'm gonna go see if this is better. It's a little better, but there's still a spot where it's sitting a little proud of where I want it to be. I'm gonna take it back to the grinder once again, and then see how it is, eh? All right, came back from the grinding wheel again, or bench grinder, I suppose. I'd say that's looking about good right there. There we go. Pretty awesome, I'd say. There's some gaps in there, of course. I'll probably fill them with some sealer or something. But yeah, that's looking pretty darn good, I'd say. Now I just gotta mark and drill the last hole, and then I'll tighten them down, then I'll show you guys what I've got. Alright, I got the horns on. I'm extremely happy with this thing. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed watching, because I had a great time putting this thing together. If you enjoyed, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys later.